Since ancient times, the Japanese have believed in Yōkai, mysterious beings with supernatural powers. These include Tengu, who live deep in the mountains and can fly from peak to peak. This Yōkai, who loves to suddenly appear and give people a fright. There's a Yōkai child who lives in family homes. No one can see it, but it's said that if it leaves, the family is sure to break up. After Yōkai were first depicted in this 16th century scroll, artists began to visualize these creatures in all their many varieties. Many originally terrifying Yōkai gradually became a familiar part of life. Modern manga and anime artists love to depict Yōkai. And works featuring Yōkai characters are always immensely popular. Fukusaki-cho is a town of about 20,000 in the mountains of Hyogo that used Yōkai to revive its community. Kappa now dwell in its river. That was very real and scary. Old folk sayings that tell us to avoid kappa during rainstorms were perhaps warning of the danger of rivers flooding. The stories about Yōkai taught people that it was dangerous to do certain things and warned them away from hazardous places. This is probably why we gradually grew to feel affectionate towards these beings and accept them as part of our lives. Walking through this town, you'll meet every kind of Yōkai. From an Oni taking a selfie, to a Tengu in a business suit working on his laptop. Tourists soon began flocking here to see these Yōkai. As COVID-19 continues to spread, a previously little-known Yōkai has hit the news. Called Amabie, it appeared out of the sea about 180 years ago. Amabie left a simple message before vanishing again. If an epidemic strikes, show my image to everyone. Shrines and temples around the country took these words to heart, producing charms with Amabie's picture. I believe it will keep me safe. There are even Amabie figurines and snacks. Stuck at home to avoid the virus, people began sharing Amabie images on social media. One of the first was Satake Shunsuke. I thought it might cheer people up a little during this time when we can't go out. It's a prayer for the epidemic to pass, and I hope what I'm doing will help people in these difficult times. Each post on social media brings him a flood of responses. All over Japan, people began drawing their own versions of Amabie, united in praying that the virus will go away. Komatsu Kazuhiko has spent a lifetime researching Yōkai. He tells us that when faced with disaster or disease, people in every era turn to Yōkai for help. After Yōkai became seen as coming to our aid in times of catastrophe, people began to project and externalize their emotional pain and distress onto these sympathetic spirit beings. The Yōkai legends mellowed and evolved over the passing centuries, and the Japanese today have a great affection for these mysterious creatures.